right, we are currently live on PRA on Twitch and on PRA on YouTube. PRA Network on Twitch, PRA Network 2 on YouTube. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. We was trying to go live on the Grid Finder YouTube, but it is not working. So, yep, we'll just be live on PRA. I'm making sure to... All right. I apologize for the beginning of this broadcast. That was a little bit rough. But we are here at Auto Club Speedway for Week 2 of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series presented by PRA. Trying to take care of some things here at the beginning of the broadcast. I apologize. It's hard to do when you're the only guy, when you're actually the one doing all of it. Rena Bloom in the chat. That is Jake Raven's girlfriend, rooting for number 37. All right. Well, with that being said, last week we had 35 cars, which was a record in PRA. That was our highest number of cars ever in a race. Tonight it looks like we have 29, maybe 30. So this is still pretty good for race number 2 of the season. And as you'll see here in just a moment, we have new graphics. Brought to you by SDK, and thanks to Aaron Fontaine for helping me set it up. So I appreciate that. And so with that, before we begin, I want to say that last week we had a racer with us that is no longer with us. And our condolences go to the family of Randy Poling. Randy Poling passed away last Tuesday. He's a 28 DeWalt car. He started with us in the preseason for this series. The picture you're looking at now is him in the number 28, taking the checkered flag in second place to Matthew Bird. Was looking forward to joining us here, and we were looking forward to having him here. And our condolences go to the families that are involved. Our hearts go out to you. We're going to have a tribute for him at the beginning of this race. So hope you enjoy that. And with that being said, there's going to be a lot of people in the field tonight that are running polling schemes. Matthew Bird is actually one of them. He's using the number... He's using the number font. Let's get a little closer look at him. I apologize if I'm a little slow on the camera angles because I'm using something I am not familiar with. But I will get familiar with it. I'll keep practicing with AI races and official races until I get this right. But the number 9 there, the font is in honor of Randy Poling. And so pretty fitting that he was the car that was in the picture with Randy. That was in the preseason at Daytona. All right. We are going to look at tonight's point standings. Just a moment. Here we go. These are the point standings. Thomas Coonan is your points leader. He won the race last week. It was his first career win in the Nostalgia Series. Last season he came in second place many times, but he scored his first victory in the first race of the season this season, so he's not winless this time. Starts the season as the points champion leader. Second place, Daniel Blanco. He is in the Grid Finder car. And we will... I'm sorry, I'm struggling to switch back and forth with this new program, and I do apologize ahead of time for that. And currently Daniel is not on the track. I was going to show his car, but he is not on the track right now. There's a crash. It's JD Biddle. Let's go back to the point standings. AJ Brandenburg third, Matthew Bird in fourth. He's tied for third. Randy Poling would have been in fifth. William Bowman in sixth. Kevin Boley seventh. Jake Handlevick, who is Jake Raven in the sim, is eighth. Joe Robert ninth. Nicholas Sikorsky in 10th. Sikorsky's third right now on the practice board, so look out for him tonight. Jerry Hendrickson in 11th. Rodney Roberts in 12th. Joey Kuba in 13th. Jason Cardwell in 15th. I'm sorry, Joey Kuba in 13th. Corey Lockey in 14th. Jason Cardwell 15th. Ted Newman 16th. Garrick Hubbard in 17th. David Nannon in 18th. Cody Johnson in 19th. Riley Frost 20th. And the rest, there's 36 positions to talk about. There's a lot going on. It was the first race of the season. Let's get back to the action here. I wanted to say this. Randy Poling is 36 years old, lifelong resident of Karlstad, passed away suddenly on May 5th. For over 10 years, he was an independent distributor for McKee Foods. Randy loved history and found great joy in visiting museums, historical sites, and places where history could be experienced firsthand. He enjoyed watching NASCAR and participating in iRacing. Randy appreciated the beauty of nature and liked being outdoors, fishing, and going on long walks. He was a huge fan of the Jets and the Knicks. Beloved husband of Brianna Poling, who he recently married. Devoted son of Pamela Driscoll and her husband Kevin. The late Joseph Anthony Poling, who recently passed away, and his wife Elizabeth, and the son-in-law and the late Vincent Delicia. I'm sorry if I messed that name up. Dear brother of the late Joseph Anthony Poling Jr., caring nephew of Dr. Stephen Poling and his wife Gail, Daniel Colbert and his wife Holly, Randy Colbert, Lisa Brown, Sandra Rotolo and her husband John, and Dawn Gassina and her husband Rich. He also survived by many cousins and stepsisters. And yep, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope tonight's race will be exciting. Randy definitely would have enjoyed it. It's sad that we are not going to see his car out on the track, but we will see some paint schemes that are inspired by him. Hope you guys like the new graphics. It's from SDK, and we got it set up with the NASCAR ticker, and Aaron Fontaine in our league helped me out last week in getting this all set up. I used to use a different program called iRacing TV Controller. It's kind of bare bones, but it does the job. But this is next level stuff. So hopefully tonight I will learn as I go. I apologize if I get some camera angles wrong and stuff. But this is something I was excited to show you guys. Let's see here. We can see someone go off track here, so let's go. Let's see what happened. Joey Kuba went off track, so let's see what happened. Looky there! Some new replay graphics. And you can see the... Oh, he went off track just to log out. So, there's going to be a lot of that. I'll see people go off the track. It's not really like before where I could just see that people have certain incident points and stuff. But this is cool right here. I'm so excited about this. If I seem giddy, it's because I am. I nerd out over broadcast graphics and stuff. So, with that being said, let's see. Let's make sure everybody can hear me. They can. All right. Looks like all the audio levels are good. We're going to start looking at tonight's race, which is at Fontana, not Fontaine. Sorry, Aaron, you're not a track. Going to look at the weather a little bit real quick. You can see the temperature for practice, 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 28 degrees Celsius if you're in Canada. Got the wind speed, condition partly cloudy, and the humidity is at 24%. Again, I am learning things, so if I'm a little slow on this, I apologize. I'm going to speed up as we go. We're getting ready for qualifying. Landon Lacey is in the field this time. So there's, if Hendrickson is here, we have 2 cars from the JSR team. Qualifying is underway. We're watching Thomas Coonan. Yes, Jerry Hendrickson is on the track. And there's Landon Lacey, who was the highest in practice. We're at Auto Club Speedway tonight. This is a track in Fontana, California that has been closed down since 2023. They closed it down for renovations. They were originally going to make it a short track, but I don't know if that's still the case anymore. I really don't. It's not looking good. A lot of racetracks in the United States are getting paved over, and housing projects are getting put on it. It's really really not cool. I like to see the racetracks get their love. Watching Thomas Coonan right now. Oh, he slowed down. All right, we're going to switch over. Here's Jerry Hendrickson making his lap. Hendrickson is behind Bird. Going to go back to Matthew Bird. Landon Lacey is behind Matthew Bird by 1/10 of a second. Riding on board with Matthew Bird. Here's Landon Lacey. Lacey, his lap was not good enough. There's David Nannon, who has 4th position right now. Bird has beat Lacey's time in qualifying. We got some craziness going on with the graphics. I apologize about that. I'm going to have to see why that's the case. Thomas Coonan gets second in qualifying. Has anyone not qualified yet? Dylan Davis is in 13th at this point. He's got an interesting new paint scheme here. That is Dylan Davis. Lime wire. That's a throwback. We do have a few that have not pitted. Looking at... have not pitted. Have not qualified yet. Got Cody Johnson finishing his lap. And the 13 car is qualifying currently in 13th. AJ Brandenburg. All right. Has everyone qualified, I think? There's no cars on the track. And we are getting ready for Green Flag Racing here at Auto Club Speedway. 2-mile D-shaped oval. Very similar to Michigan Speedway. Michigan International Speedway. Very similar tracks. Again, hi to everybody that's watching. I'm Justin Phoenix, your host. We're getting ready for live action Green Flag Racing here at Auto Club Speedway for the second round of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series. For this, what we're about to do here in the pace lap is we're going to pay homage to Randy Poling. And so I don't know if one of his teammates are here or if somebody else is gonna do it. Someone with a car that's very similar, even the paint scheme that he used, is gonna run around the track first for the missing man salute. And we will have a moment of silence during that time to give honor where honor's due. Some stewarding reports for tonight. Cody Thorne has an EOL. Ted Newman has an EOL. Mark Radowski has an EOL. Nick Parrott has an EOL. And Aaron Fontaine has an EOL. Aaron is not here tonight. His EOL will be assessed next week. And all of those were for infractions during last week's race. Some unintentional, some intentional, some incidents during caution. But just trying to clean up some of the mess that was from last week. And so we are getting ready to go around the track. And I think Joey Cuba may be the guy. But we will see. We're going to add some extra pace laps here. And everybody with schemes that match Randy Poling's, I think, is going up front. We'll see. Sorry for the awkward beginning to this broadcast. I was trying to talk to people behind the scenes to try to get going live on Grid Finder's YouTube, and it just didn't work out. So we will try again next week. All right, there's Joey Cuba. And a moment of silence for Randy Poling. We thank you, Joey Cuba, for doing that for Randy Poling. Now he's going to fall back in line. And we have Matthew Bird to lead us to the green flag this time by. All right, your starting lineup. Matthew Bird, Thomas Coonan, Doug George, Landon Lacey, Dylan Davis, Jerry Hendrickson, Tad Granger, Jake Raven, Rodney Roberts, Daniel Blanco, Scott Haynes, David Nannon, Cody Johnson, Joe Robert, J.D. Biddle, Nicholas Sikorsky, Don Jr., William Bowman, Kevin Boley, Joey Cuba, Joffrin Elkins, Garrick Hubbard, Ben Foley, Riley Frost, A.J. Brandenburg, Shannon Milliken, Corey Lockey, Nick Parrott, Robert Hensley, Ted Newman, and the last but not least is Mark Radowski. He gets an EOL for tonight. We're getting ready for green flag racing here at Auto Club Speedway. The pace car is off. Green flag for the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series here at Fontana. And there's already a caution. Looks like Joffrin Elkins. Joffrin Elkins. Let's take a look at it. These cars can get real squirrely. Oh, the 60 didn't go. So the 46 was trying to avoid. Oh, and the 83 got involved at the very end. Let's watch that from another angle. Here we go. This is from Joffrin's perspective. Yep. He was trying to get on the gas and avoid the 60, and he gets hit by the 83 at the end. One more time. Here we go. See if we can get. Yeah, looks like Nick Parrott just went down to try to avoid, but that was obviously that didn't work out. So, for all those that are watching, how do you like the new graphics? Yes, I'm slow with them, but I will get faster, I promise. The new system is quite cool. I'm excited about it. I need an extra monitor so that I can see more, but it is what it is. So we're under caution. We didn't even really get to turn number 1 for our first caution of the night. So, one of the things that they're going to have to do with this car on this track is feather the throttle. They're going to have to learn what not to do, basically. You don't want to smash the throttle, as we just saw. And it looks like the lights on the pace car are off, so we are going to go green flag racing this time by. It's probably going to be a single file restart. There are no cars out of the a lap down or any of that nature. So we have 33 cars in the field total. That's 2 less than what we had last week. That's a pretty good number for week number 2. But we have 2 that have already went out of the race. But I think Maru actually is the official for the race, so he's just in there. He just signed up, so. He's not actually racing. So he says he's out, but he's not. He's our race official for tonight. So we have 31 cars total. Not bad. Not bad for week number 2 here in the second season of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series. Presented by PRA. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. They're all getting prepared. Let's see if they feather the throttle this time. Getting started. Here we go. Green flag. There it is. Green flag. All right, Matthew Bird's getting a decent lead right off the start here. We're looking back here. Matthew Bird's going to lead another lap. Got Thomas Coonan in second. Doug George in third. He's new. let's look on back here to Jerry Hendrickson, and he's in the 77 JSR Jacob Schneider racing car. So far there's been 6 laps. There'll be 115 laps of this race once we're done. We got a real good battle here. Looks like for 7th. Dylan Davis in the 22 LimeWire car. Tad Granger in the number 8 Budweiser car. Matthew Bird has a gap over Thomas Coonan right now. It's a point. It's 0.6 of a second, almost 7. Riding along with Thomas Coonan right now. Landon Lacey behind him, looking back at Doug George. Doug George in 4th. So far, they're getting a little strung out. We're going to go through the field here. Landon Lacey is in 3rd. He started 4th. Got Jerry Hendrickson riding the high line in the 77 car, trying to make the pass on Dylan Davis. They've been doing this for a few laps now. Right now looking at Jake Raven and Joey Kuba battling. That would be for 10th, and I think Kuba's a lap down actually. Yeah, Kuba's in 30th. Matthew Bird still has a 0.8 of a second lead over Thomas Coonan right now. Riding along with Thomas Coonan. Landon Lacey's behind him, 1.4 seconds back from the leader. Right now there's a big battle going on right here between 4th place all the way back to 10th place. Hendrickson's leading this pack. And they are dicey right now. The 16 car just went to the outside. They're almost 3 wide right here for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You've got the grid finder car, number 57, Daniel Blanco, is in 9th. Really big battle going on right here. Yeah, these guys are all side by side right now. Pouring Peppers, Daniel, I have never been able to say your last name right, but can you introduce yourself, the team owner of one of the teams, and your driver's Rodney Roberts in this race?
Yeah, happy to. I'm Daniel Borderpepping. I'm the team owner for Prodigy Racing. We got Rodney Roberts in the 29 car in the field tonight. Aaron Fontaine usually drives the 50 for us. Wasn't able to make it tonight.
And right now we're looking at Rodney Roberts. Let me share my stream with you here in Discord so that you can see what I'm seeing. Let me change that actually so you can see my graphics. There we go. So you should be able to see the live. I'm going to turn the quality down a little bit. So how's it going, man? Can you say your team name again? Because I always mispronounce it.
Yeah, it's Aculeus Racing.
Aculeus Racing. I'll have to say that like 60 times after we're done with this.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Rodney is your driver tonight since Aaron could not make it. Those paint schemes look awesome.
They are. That was done by a designer that we've been working with. Our team's been working with here since the beginning of 2026. Heel and toe liveries. They do a fantastic job for us every time we ask them to cook up something nice, and we do love this one a lot.
Yeah, they had a pretty good showing last race. Unfortunately, there was a lot of calamity that happened in last race that caused them to be involved. So they didn't get a good finish, but what are your thoughts for tonight for Rodney?
I mean, in any given scenario, I'm going to trust Rodney a lot on in stock car racing. He's very smooth. He's very clever. Just kind of watching him from the start. I think he put it P9 in qualifying, and the pace here to start makes me think that he's working on something with his tires and his fuel strat here. So I'm interested to see how that is out. He didn't share any notes with the team owner, so unfortunately I don't have insight onto exactly what he's cooking up. But he's very solid on the ovals, and he went from, I think last week he ended up P12 after qualifying quite far down the field, and it's a real testament to his capacity to survive and to make the most out of the bad situations. And honestly, Aaron did a good job too. He was caught up in that lap 1 incident, and fought his way back to 22. So couldn't really ask for more from them for what they had to start with last week.
Yeah, and he's battling with Nicholas Sikorsky right now in the 27, and it looks like he made the pass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious as to what sort of targets he's driving to. I think the general feeling is that it's something around a two-stopper, with there being a little bit of flexibility.
Big crash.
There we go.
I got a big crash. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Let's look at this. The Joe Robert? that what happened? All right, let's look back again and see if we can get something different. Looks like Daniel Blanco was part of the crash. Here we go. Let's see if we get a good view of that. Oh, the 38 just come down.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
And it looks like your driver is clear. We were talking about Rodney when that took place. Let's do that again. And we're gonna watch it from Rodney's perspective. As soon as I can get there, there we go. I'm using a new program for my overlays, so it's taking me a minute. This is what he sees. Total calamity.
Yeah, that's the nightmare for every stock car driver on an oval is the cloud of smoke, and you don't know exactly what to make of it.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna roll it back again, and so let's see if we get a better view. Let's look at this view. Nope, that view. There we go. And we're gonna watch this in slow motion. So, the O2 is on the outside of the 38. Oh. They made contact. The 38's reacting. Unfortunately for Daniel Blanco in the grid finder car, he gets involved, but I don't think he makes contact with anything. Maybe.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I think he just spins it around. I think he could just pit it and get some new tires, and I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, the that onboard, I think from that green and white, is that the LimeWire car that punched right through that gap? That's a slick bit of driving to keep the foot in.
Let's go here. I think it was Dylan Davis, actually. Let's watch from this one. See what happens. Let's hit play. Oh, he was already slow for some reason. Let's rewind that.
You sense that or what?
Let's see there. Let's rewind. Oh, let's look at that because I didn't see that the first time. So the 22 and the 38 made contact right here. Oh, the 22 got loose. They didn't make contact.
Oh, that's a great save.
That just bottled everybody up. That's what happened there. Wow. That was good. That was good that they all didn't take a whole lot of damage. There is one fast repair. Oh, Dylan Davis, something happened to him here. Let's go see what happened to him. Did he just pull it? Oh, he just stopped. Okay. I was just seeing it said Dylan Davis crashed, so I wanted to see what happened there. Again, I'm getting acclimated to SDK, which is a whole new program to me.
Those look great, I can tell you that.
I'm excited about it. Aaron Fontaine was gracious enough to put me on the team, and so we got some good graphics. Orion I is doing that on in the Vision Corsa IndyCar series. If you want to talk about Vision Corsa for a second, because you are the head of that too, so you got your spot. We're under caution. We got time.
Yeah. Vision Corsa is a non-profit that me and two friends of mine who are also into motorsport set up in 2021. 2020. I don't remember the exact year. Yeah, I think it was 2023. And we set it up basically kind of assessing the landscape for kids getting involved in motorsport and having access to it. There's not a ton of different ways to really go hands-on with it. Sim racing is one. And I'm going to jump off here for you to call the restart.
Yep, here we go. We're going green flag racing right now. And there's a crash.
Uh-oh.
There's a crash. trying to catch it live. There's a lot of crashes. All right, we're gonna have to look back at it and see what happened. So here we go. Sorry about all that. That's a crazy right off the bat.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens here. We're going green. And there's a car on the inside. Oh, Kuba just got lifted up.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's a mess.
Wow. All right, so I'm going to look at that back from the rear chase cam. And sorry, I'm still getting acclimated to this. Hit play. Here we go. We're getting ready to go green, and the 75 gets right up on him and just turns him into the wall. That happened a few times at Daytona. That just stacked everybody up back there. And Blanco went down through the inside.
Right down through the inside. Mowed the grass on his way through.
Yeah. Let's watch this evasive maneuver right here. Here we go. Here we go. He sees this pile up. He's like, I gotta get out of here. He barely missed that, man. Wow, that was close. That was close.
Good Lord.
All right. Well, that's 2 times tonight already that we've had restart cautions. We get a green flag and it's caution right away. These cars are a little bit harder to drive than the next gen car are.
They are. I've spent some time in these cars as well, and getting it's the right foot. You know, it's the right foot in these cars that if you're not real sensitive with it, you can get yourself into trouble very quickly. I think you saw that a little bit right there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, here's the running order. We got Matthew Bird still leading every lap, I think, so far. Let me see. Yes, he's led every lap. Thomas Coonan is second. Joe Robert in third. That's the highest position I've seen him in PRA so far. I've heard good things about him. Haven't seen. He's only been here a couple races so far, but he's in third now. Jerry Hendrickson of JSR is in fourth, and his JSR teammate Landon Lacey's fifth. Don Jr., I still struggle with his last name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. He's in sixth. Scott Haynes in seventh. Tad Granger eighth. Jake Raven ninth. David Nannon in 10th. Riley Frost 11th. Nicholas Sikorsky 12th. AJ Brandenburg 13th. Corey Lockey in 14th. And in 15th, running out our top 15 is Rodney Roberts of, say the team name again.
That is Aculeus Racing.
Aculeus Racing. I am so sorry for struggling with that so much.
No worries.
All right. Yeah, so we do, let me see. We got 1 lap to green here. You were talking about Vision Corsa, and we went green flag racing. You got another moment here that you could talk about it.
Sure, yeah. So it was a nonprofit. Me and a couple of friends who are also into motorsport very much started in January 2023. Basically, it's to get kids a touch point with motorsport that they might not otherwise have access to. And so what we really started with our focus on was on RC cars. You know, that's how some Formula One drivers have gotten their start. It's how a lot of drivers have gotten their start, and it was just a low-cost way, a very mobile way for us to get kids the opportunity to drive a car around a track. We found a great partner for the cars, and we found a really tremendous kind of build-it-yourself track out of a company in California that we could take to parks, we could take to community events and things like that, and set it up and just get those kids their first access to motorsport. And now we're actually looking a little bit more at transitioning to making sim racing more of a focus, just because that is something where you don't even need the space, you know, the small space for an RC car. It's just a different opportunity. So we're really excited about that.
And we're excited also, and we're about to go green flag, and here we go. Matt Bird, again, is your leader. He has led every lap of this race so far. Here they go into turn number 1. He keeps getting a good lead going into the green flag runs, and Thomas hasn't been able to keep up with him yet. Thomas Coonan, your winner last week at Daytona. He was very disappointed in how he won, but he still took that W without letting anybody take it from him.
That's the important thing. A year goes by, you're not going to remember how you did it.
Oh, what a save from Landon Lacey. Maybe not.
Oh, no, he went around. Oh, wow.
He's in the grass. There's no caution. Let's watch that back. He is trying with everything in him.
Fighting to save that.
Let's go back live because we're still racing. Spinning to the inside into the grass is a bad one here in iRacing because it usually doesn't throw a yellow for you.
That is unfortunate, but that's, I mean, even to save it the way he did, I think that was twice he caught that. Ended up not fully going around even in the draft. I mean, that's good car control.
Yeah, last season him and his teammate Jacob Schneider won every single race of this series. So that team is dominant. This season it's going to be Hendrickson and Lacey. Schneider is racing his real car, so he's not going to be with us this season for the most part. Going to go through the field here. Thomas Coonan's got Joe Robert on his bumper. So how much experience in oval racing do you have?
I did quite a bit of it in GT7, and then, I mean, the funny thing is that I was always a road racer, a sports car racer, and once I started in iRacing, and an open wheel racer. But my I rating was always highest in oval racing, and so me and oval racing have a bit of a understanding. I can't quite explain. I was a NASCAR fan as a kid, and then I kind of left it behind through high school and college and into adulthood. But in the last few years, I've started paying attention again, and somehow it just kind of tends to work out for me on ovals.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an oval racer myself, but when it comes to iRacing, excuse me, I'm pretty slow. That's why I'm not on the track.
Yeah. And these cars for me, Gen 4s, I drove the Monte Carlo a little bit, thinking about maybe entering into the series, and I dabbled with these particular cars a little bit, and I said, you know what, best leave it to Aaron and Rodney, and I do think I made the right decision on that ultimately.
And we always like having more cars out there, so a 3-car team would have been pretty cool. Right now we have a lot of battles on the track, so I'm just trying to show a lot of it. And it looks like Nannon just got into the wall. Look at those cars. I love it, man. There's 31 cars in the field tonight. There were 35 at Daytona.
It's been fantastic turnout for the first two races of the season. I mean, the partnership, I think, as well with Grid Finder. I mean, we use Grid Finder. I used to run the Gran Turismo 7 leagues for Prodigy Racing Association. We use Grid Finder. I mean, just a tremendous group over there, and really fantastic tool. So I'm delighted to see this sort of turnout consistent across the first 2 weeks, and we've been treated to good racing with it too.
Yes, sir. And while I was looking through the field, Thomas Coonan took the lead. I missed it, but here's the replay. Here's how he passed Matthew Bird for the lead. And Joe Robert took advantage of that and went ahead and got to second place.
Auto Club is a fascinating one too, because there's quite a variety of. 16 got a little loose there.
Oh yeah, he did.
There's a variety of lines that are workable, at least in the short term, as you're battling with cars. And I think as the race plays out, we'll see what that does in terms of tire wear and the tire temps. But you see these cars going in. Everyone's right here working. That's 3 different lines. Right there between your top 3 drivers, and look further back in the field, and you'll see a high line, a little bit of a mid line, and then a low line will start to develop and start to get worked by these cars. It's really interesting.
Yes, sir. Right now we see that we've had 3 cautions for 9 laps. This is the first lead change of the race. 37 laps are complete of 115, so we still have a long race to go. Joe Robert, he's working that upper mid line, basically. You got Coonan and Bird down near the bottom, but Joe Roberts running the middle line. And you would think that would probably wear the tires out faster, right?
That would be my expectation. I mean, depends on how long he extends sticking with that line. There's some potential there for it being a useful line, maybe in a battle, or if you're defending over the long term. I think that would start to chew up those tires a little bit more than you'd want.
Look at how they just weave in and out of each other all the way down the back stretch here. That's such a cool angle. These 2 are about to battle for the lead. I think Robert has something for Thomas Coonan. We'll see how much patience he has. Thomas Coonan has been known to be an aggressive driver.
And it's a very high entry, for Robert, but it does set up you on the back straight right here.
He is right up there. He's going to make a run on the outside line here. And now he's coming down to the inside, and you see Coonan reacted.
Yeah.
Here's an in car. Oh, he's sliding. That's going to burn some tires. And that's going to allow Matthew Bird. Oh, he smacks the wall. Little nerves here for Joe Robert. That's going to allow Thomas Coonan to get a bigger lead. And now it's
so important for.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it's just so important for the 16 to put that behind him and get the tire temps back back off of that spike, because if he gets pulled into a fight with Matt Bird here on the 9, it's just going to drag him away from Coonan in 1.
Yes, sir. And you can see it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius right now. So that's a little bit of a slick track out there in California. And there's a line of traffic now that's going from first all the way back to about 8th, maybe 7th. Got Jerry Hendrickson right here in 6th. You can see them. He doesn't have his teammate anymore up there with him, Landon Lacey. Aculeus. I'm going to get it.
Got it.
So this is about the mid part of the race. You're going to see everybody just kind of settle in. Try to not burn their tires. Right now,
Bird just got it done on Robert.
He did. I was seeing that. There's a lot of passing going on right now. Robert's going to try to a little lower line here on Bird. So now Robert is officially 2nd place going across the line. And they have Haynes, and there's a caution.
Ooh.
Doug George. What happened here? Let's see. The 38 and the 96 get together. Oh, the 38's into the outside wall. Sideways on the track. That bumper's falling off. He's going to have to take a fast repair.
Oh my God.
That was close. We are going to see that back again. And we're going to rewind that a little bit because it's already happening right there. We're going to see what transpired. Calls that. Sorry for the little weird rewind here, but here we go. So he's moving up a little bit. JD Biddle is in the 96. He just gets loose. The 38 got loose. Biddle had no time to react, honestly. I mean, at 200 miles an hour, it's kind of hard to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got a car. Yeah, geez, I mean, at that point, 1/3 of a car length in front of you, there's no chance.
So this is going to allow Joe Robert to cool his tires off. I wonder if he'll pit. Everybody's taken at least one pit stop so far. Been 23 laps since they pitted. Some, like Daniel Blanco, has pitted sooner because he had an accident and was already in the back of the pack, so he's already pitted 3 times. Some notable cars that have taken fast repairs is Don Jr. and that is it of the ones up front. Joey Kuba has taken a fast repair, and Doug George, the 38, has taken a fast repair. So let's see who wins the race off of pit road. That's the one thing that's weird to me about iRacing is you can just phase through each other in the pit stalls.
Yeah.
All right, here comes some people coming off out of the pits, and it's going to be a race. Thomas Coonan beat Robert off barely. Barely by just a few feet at the most. So let's see here. I'm gonna scroll this up and I'll give you the running order off the pit road. Yeah, Thomas Coonan beat Robert off barely, like 0.2 of a second. That is the 4th caution of the race. That was the number 38. So what's your thoughts on the Gen 4 cars?
They are a handful, I think. Kind of the way that I would describe it. I think that they are quite fun. But to me, it introduces quite a lot of edge that you don't see in the current gen. And so I have gone actually more accustomed to racing current gen, and then in prepping for potentially participating this year, spent some time in these, and I'm a little bit of a little bit more spiky on my inputs, I think, in my style, even around ovals a little bit, and it was not a good match for me with the amount of power coming out of the rear of these cars. But I mean, they are fun though. That's the thing, is that they're very fun. I expect every driver, on track right now to tell you the same, that these are fun, punchy cars to take around an oval.
Absolutely. This was, in my opinion, the best generation of NASCAR was these cars.
It does not surprise me that you say that. I can really see why that would be your opinion there.
Yeah, I grew up a Dale Earnhardt fan, so yeah, it definitely has memories for me. I thought we were going to go green this time, but I guess they're holding the green flag for one more lap. There was an incident. Let me see that. Okay, I didn't see that. Let me go and see what happened. Cody Johnson. Oh, there was an incident behind him. How did Cody get a 4X for that? Let's see that again from a different angle. The 22, what in the world? The 22, the 13, the 87 all just kind of did something weird, and Riley Frost got the worst end of that. Of course, he has some bad luck. There it is.
Yeah.
My goodness. Last week he was doing good, got crashed of no fault of his own, and then this week he's having bad luck. That's crazy.
People just can't shake it.
All right. Well, maybe we'll go green this time. I don't know exactly what happened there.
I'm going to bail out of what I'm saying if we do end up going green here, but I mean, everyone who has raced or raced in iRacing knows that feeling where it's race after race or result after result where you just cannot catch a break. And it breaks the other way at sometimes too, and you suddenly miss that car that's spinning in front of you, or you catch a big slide that maybe on an off day you don't catch. But when you're in that down run of luck where you just cannot get it to break your way through no fault of your own, it is just a nightmare to go through as a driver.
Yes, sir. You see it in real racing. Not just here in iRacing, but you see it in real racing. Yeah. Momentum is real.
Very real.
I mean, a few weeks back we saw Carson Hocevar win at Talladega, and he got all kinds of momentum after that.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Makes you wonder what the just how much is up in that 1 square foot of real estate. In your head, how much of an impact is that? Just believing that you are going to somehow find a way through, call me kooky or whatever, but I think it does play a little bit of a role.
Yes, I agree. You can see right now, Thomas Kuhn, the biggest mover right now is AJ Brandenburg and also Corey Lockey. 20 positions they've gained so far in this race. We're getting ready to go green flag racing once again with Thomas Kuhn as your leader.
I'm licking my lips on the restart between Kuhn and Robert here.
Yeah, and they're very close to each other. That's scary. Especially since we've had a couple of incidents during restarts already during this race. And there's some cars shooting to the inside. Shooting to the inside is what I was trying to say. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional, and I don't claim to be. I just do this for fun. There's a lot of battling. I love how you can just go anywhere here. You don't have to move someone to get around them. You just find a different line that works. I'm a short track fan myself, and so I'm a pretty big fan of watching someone take a bumper to somebody else to get around them. But I'm also a fan of seeing racecraft. Like you, I grew up a NASCAR fan, but I've also been a GT fan as well. I've always liked the Australian supercars. It's one of my favorite series.
Oh, yeah, they're not afraid to let each other know exactly where they are.
Yeah,
in relation
exactly.
to the car. There's a lot of door banging.
Yeah,
I appreciate that type of racing.
And I missed it, but Joe Robert got the lead. So let's go back here. I got to see where he made the pass. Right here. Here we go. Here's the replay. And let's get a better camera than that. There we go. And he goes to the inside of Thomas Coonan. He makes the pass clean. As I was just saying, on lap 50, Joe Robert made the pass. Takes the lead of this race. He's the third leader of this race so far. And now Thomas Coonan's on the inside to try to take the lead back. There's been 2 lead changes so far. These two are making a show out of this. Thomas
really
Coonan.
Are. I wonder if... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I just wonder if, with the high line here, because we've seen when Robert passed Coonan for the lead, there's another lead change. It was Robert going through on the inside and Coonan not getting a great drive after taking the high line through one of these corners, but now you see Robert just made it work on the high line around to make pass on Coonan. So I feel like it's just going to trade back and forth. Now Coonan's taking the high line, looking for the drive out of that corner.
This is This is fun. I love this. This trading back and forth. We're going to have so many lead changes in this race now. Yeah, this is what I love to see. This is my favorite part of NASCAR is back in this era, it was like this all the time. And Thomas Coonan got the lead again. Go watch him come down the straight here. That is amazing to watch. All those cars weaving in and out. 3 lines right there. I love this track.
Yeah, now Schlim is looking around the outside of Robert, having a little sniff there of the clear air on the high line.
Yeah, and I call him Don Jr. because I struggle with his last name, but he had a really good showing last week at Daytona. And he's going to make a run on the outside of Joe Robert. Is he going to have enough for him? Got Matthew Bird falling back. These guys qualified way down, a lot of them, except for Thomas. You can see now on the tree exactly how many positions that these guys have gained during the race. And Schleem has gained 16 or 17 if he passes Joe Robert. This is a 3 to 4 car battle right now for the lead. Matthew's kind of holding back. I don't know if he's just trying to save tires or what his strategy is right now. And talking about a comeback, in 10th place is Daniel Blanco in the Great Finder car.
Great drive, man.
Yeah, after almost getting involved in one incident and being involved in another, he's making a good comeback here.
Good one to watch here.
He got second place at Daytona under caution. I'm sure he would have loved to have got that to go all the way to the green, to the checker flag. It was going to be an epic battle between him and Thomas Coonan at that point. Right on board with Don Schleem. He's watching an amazing battle right now for the lead.
That would put you in the position. I mean, it's true in road racing, it's true on the ovals too, where you see two drivers who have had the type of race that Coonan and Robert are having in the 18 to 16 up ahead of you, and you know, you want to get in there, you want to get in the mix at the same time. You're kind of thinking to yourself, I can just sit behind here. There's no guarantee that someone doesn't get a little bit loose, but he's got someone on his inside sniffing around too.
Yep, that's Matthew Bird, pole sitter. We're about to have a 5-car battle here because Jerry Hendrickson's getting close. He's representing the JSR team, who dominated last season, won every single race. I just love seeing that. 3 cars, all 3 different lines. 4th car in a different line, a 5th car in a different line. Like, everybody's just making it work.
This is high class driving that we're getting today from these top 5 especially.
Yes, sir, and I'm just enjoying the view, honestly. Matthew Bird shoots it back up to try to keep the draft. The draft is very important on the front stretch and the back stretch because you're getting to about 210 miles per hour by the end of the straight. And you can just see right now, here's the track map. Everybody is almost in that first pack.
Wow.
There's 5 cars now, really, battling for the lead. Thomas is liking this in his mirror, though.
Oh yeah, this is good news for him. Got a lot of drivers behind him. I mean, the 4 drivers chasing him. They're all looking in their rear views. They're all checking everything they can to see what's coming from behind. They got cars out of each window. But he's able to just focus. He's got clean air at the front. He's just able to focus on driving his race at this point. Rolling the pace out in front and seeing what happens behind him. I mean, look at that spread right behind him.
Kind of cool to just look back and see basically what he would see in his mirror.
Yep.
There's still a battle here. Don Schleem is not going to be denied. He's trying to catch back up to Joe Robert on the outside. And Matthew Bird's still trying that inside line, and he has to tuck back in behind him. That 24 car behind him is actually 25. He's got the wrong number on his car.
I mean, this has become a 6-way battle now. There's a 7th that's on the way. I mean, this is unbelievable racing here. Lap 64.
Yes, sir. It's awesome to just see these guys make their own lines. There's so many opportunities for them to make contact with each other, and so far they kept it clean. Dannon is getting passed by Sikorsky back there for 7th position. There's a whole lot going on. So I'm going to move back a little bit. And let's take a look at some other battles that are going on the track. Right here, there's another bunch of cars for 16th all the way back to 22nd. And there's your driver, Rodney Roberts. He's in 20th right there behind Riley Frost.
Yeah, this is where the nerves kick in for me when my driver's on the screen. Obviously, I trust Rodney, but there are levels of nerves that kick in a lot more when you can see the work going on behind the wheel.
We're riding from the eyes of Rodney Roberts. He started 9th. He's trying to make the pass on the 60 car, which is Kevin Boley. Shannon Milliken's up there too, and he's blinking. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we got a battle up here still. The pole sitter has made it back to 3rd. He's passed on Schleem. This is kind of part of the race where you just kind of pace yourself, right? I mean, you still have a little, you got less than 50% left of the race, but you don't really want to burn your tires up. You don't want to have to pit early. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and I mean, it's always this part of the race, you pass that halfway point, and, a lot of times your heart starts pumping pretty hard, especially when you're in a fight like this. The problem is that you cannot take the approach that every lap is going to be absolutely on the limit with you fighting your car, burning your tires. It's just, it's going to come back to bite you as much as you may want to, as much as you see the bumper of a car in front of you and it gets a little closer, it gets a little further away. You're processing that sort of information, but you have to really have a cool head and manage your way through this element of the race. Make sure that you're hitting whatever tire or fuel targets that you have, and make sure that the car is there and is in touch with whoever you're battling, in this case for the lead, for those last 20, for those last 15 laps. And you're just, it's not realistic to think that you're going to be able to put the car on the edge for another 50 laps here.
Yeah, and the last time they pitted was 23 laps ago, and honestly, that was when the last caution, they had pitted about 20 to 25 laps prior to that. So this is right now, currently, the longest green flag run that they've had all race. There's been an incident. Let me see what happened. It was Cody Johnson. Let's see. Oh, he hit the wall pretty hard.
Yeah.
In that beautiful PRA car. I'm more partial to the red and black than I am the blue and black. He ran red and black.
The red and black
week.
pops a little bit more.
Yeah. But he hit the wall pretty hard. He's currently 23rd. He's racing with J.D. Biddle. But here's your battle for the lead still. This has not ended. There's still a 4-car battle right here for the lead. Haynes is now going to look to the inside of Bird. And he gets the position. Now Bird's going to look back to the inside of him. Meanwhile, Sikorsky's been creeping up. Sikorsky was like one of the highest during the practice session. There's been an off-track incident, so let me go see what happened. It's Nick Parrott. That's a decent save.
Yeah, that's pretty good, honestly.
We're going to watch that again. Let's see this from another perspective. Oh, Nicholas Sikorsky went off track. Let's go see what happened. This is another replay. Sorry. See what happened. I was just talking about him. Oh man.
Yeah.
He locked it up. Coming off of turn 4. Got loose. That's unfortunate. So now we have...
That'll drop him way back, but I mean, good job keeping that out of the wall.
Oh yeah. Kept it in the race. I mean, all it would take is a caution and him be the lucky dog, and he's right back in the fight. Still a 4-car battle for the lead. Don Schlimm has lost time to them. And this is a pack number 2, basically. You got Blanco trying to take the lead of this pack in the Grid Finder car. This is the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series. Daniel Blanco and I have worked together on this for probably a year now to get this to where it's at for season 2. And we started the conversations when he first joined Grid Finder, just me and him, and it grew from there. We got the Grid Finder team on board. We got a lot of the PRA guys on board for the first season. It's been a great team effort between the two of us.
You can't say enough about what you guys have forged here, and you know, season 1 was excellent. Grid Finder PRA matchup has always been, I think, really fruitful. But look at the first 2 weeks of season 2. I mean, you've had 30-some cars on track for the first 2 weeks, and you know, really great sign of how the drivers respect the series itself, but also just how much fun it is to take part in the series. You guys deserve a whole lot of credit for that.
I really appreciate that. It's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, and I know you know a lot about that. You ran our GT7 league for a while, so you know what it takes behind the scenes to get things like this going.
I do, but it's just great to see it pay off like this too. And I mean, right now I'm kind of just keeping an eye on Daniel Blanco, given the struggles that he had early in the race. You know, we made mention of him when he was back up into P10. Well, he's running P7 now, so
and he's still coming up.
Play for.
And I mean, he's on the same pit cycle as everybody around him. So it's not that he has fresher tires. He has just kept his tires fresher. He's always, last season he was one of those guys that maybe he didn't qualify well sometimes, but he would always get back in the running and finish in the top 5 almost every race. He got his best finish last week at Daytona, in 2nd place. There's a caution. And there's something going on. There's a big crash. Wow. Blanco was right there. What in the world? Scott Haynes. We're going to see what happened.
Well, Roberts dropped out too.
Oh, we see the scorecard. Oh, there's an incident. Oh, no, that was Joe Robert. No. It was Joe Robert that got sent to the outside wall. So let's watch that from Joe Robert. He's dropped off. There he is. Let's watch his point of view. I'm going to rewind it back because it looks like, yeah. It likes to put it already in. Oh, he got loose. Let's watch that from his perspective, actually. We're going to watch it from the cockpit. Here we go. Full screen, full speed. So he's coming out of into turn number 4. Coming out. Yep, loose.
Yep.
Really loose. And he gets just turned.
Yep.
Again, that we've seen this 2 or 3 times now. Once someone loses the rear end, the cars around don't really react fast enough. And so we're going to rewind that again. And you see him, he's going really wide, and he's losing it. And he's wide. Well, yeah, he just wiggles back and forth in the 25 car. That's the 25 car. Has no time to react. I mean, that was really not his fault.
Yeah, no. Nothing 25 can do in that sort of situation.
Yeah, that was Scott Haynes. 5th caution of the race. And I just want to say, with that happening to Joe, it seems like every race he gets into, he's doing good and leading laps and stuff like that, and just something out of his control happens every single time.
I mean, we talked about it before, and it's obviously hugely discouraging, but at the same time, you know, especially in a weekly series, bottom line is that it sounds ridiculous, but you have to take the positives out of it, which is that you're doing everything right. You know, you're doing everything right, everything that you're expected to do. And when something happens that's out of your control, you feel like the sky's falling on your head. At the same time, you were doing the job, you know, and there are like very real positives to take from that. It doesn't make you feel any better. It can shoot your confidence in the foot. But at the same time, with 24 hours to process it and be mad, after that, you can look back on it and genuinely feel pretty good about it. And, you know, it's not going to really build your confidence, but you know, you can reflect on the fact that, listen, I was in the fight. I was doing everything. One moment where I get a little bit loose, yeah, that's suboptimal. It's not ideal. At the same time, you know, I was right in the fight. I'm going to be right in the fight next week.
Yes, sir. And as you can see on the screen, we have lap 80 of 115. Leader currently is Thomas Coonan. There have been 3 lead changes. That's the thing. They have passed each other a bunch, but across the start-finish line, there have only been 3 lead changes. And Thomas has led the most laps with 43 laps led so far, 44. And he's the guy to beat in this race, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. And I mean, the thing is, though, is that it's exciting because Matt Bird has shown the pace to stick with him. So it's going to come down to what happens with these laps left to turn. What lap number are we on here?
We are going on lap 81.
Okay, so I mean it's going to be on the edge, I think, about
green flag
for fuel here. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Green flag back underway. Lap 81 of 115. Can we stay green? Here they come down the back stretch going into turn number 3. Thomas Coonan leads the way. Matthew Bird, the pole sitter, is in second. Landon Lacey has made it back to 3rd position. There was almost an incident there. So there's the real number 24 car, Landon Lacey. Right now, Coonan is pulling away. You think he's just like, all right, I gotta go?
I mean, it seems like that from the pace that we're seeing here in the first laps of the green flag run. I mean, at 82, you're looking at, that's 35 laps. Oh, sorry, is that 45? How do I do math? That's 35. 35 laps. And I think a full run, should we stay green, I want to say the fuel target is right around 36-ish laps per tank. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting here as we get toward the end.
Yes, sir. And we got a battle going on back here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. You can't see it, but there's a car beside of him, and then there's a car beside of him as well. That's Joe Robert, who was involved in that previous incident. In the 16 car, he's right behind Jerry Hendrickson, and he spins him.
Oh, yep. Yeah, too close. I thought I saw that coming, too.
Yeah.
Right, so close into the entry of that corner.
Yeah, he didn't let up at all. It looks like someone went off the track during that, too, so let's watch that back. Here we go. We're going to watch it in slow motion. Yeah, Joe just gets right up on his bumper and just loses patience. He's probably frustrated from getting turned earlier, but I mean, he was the one that got loose that caused that. Hendrickson didn't do anything wrong there, honestly.
Nope, not at all.
And then he's coming back down through all these other cars. Thankfully, nobody hits him. That is the 6th caution of the night. I keep notes in Notepad while I'm doing this to make sure I know what caution it is and who was involved, and then I usually post it to our officials channel after the race so everybody can kind of look back at all that information. I used to put the lap number and stuff, but that was before I started commentating. That's too much to try to focus on while trying to do this too. All right, well, that was not a very long stint of green flag runs right there. It looks like we have some of the leaders pulling in the pits and not everybody. Scott Haynes stays out. He's going to lead a lap. This changes the complexion of the race. Don't you agree?
No, I do. I mean, you're probably making something of a safe bet, thinking that this won't be the final caution of the race either, as things get punchy as you run toward the end here. But this isn't the interesting little shakeup here. I saw Rodney came in the 29, so it puts him on kind of on course, and I'm watching with the leaders who came in.
Yeah, that's going to give him fresher tires than the guys in front. Here's the problem, though. You get caught back there, it's more likely that you get caught in an incident.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't want that for anybody, but, you know, that is definitely a possibility. It's more of a possibility in the back than it is in the front, but as we saw, even in the front, you can get involved. That's what happened to Joe Robert. And there's Joe on pit road now, getting repairs. I think he's already used a fast repair. Yeah, he's already used one. So that is probably not good for him. And Blanco's back in 25th. What happened to him? He is a lap down. Blanco is a lap down. He got a black flag. That's what happened.
Oh. Is it speeding coming into the pits?
Must have been. He's one lap down.
Ouch.
Let's see. We have 1 lap to green, so I have some time to see what may have happened to Blanco. This is him on pit road. It looks like he's there by himself. I don't know exactly what took place there that caused that. But he did enter pit lane 2 laps before that right here. Here we go. Here's him entering pits. Oh! It was right when the 83 crashed right in front of him. And he's the only one in pit. Oh, man, that sucks. He was doing so good. We were talking so good about him. He got up to 7th place after coming back from the rear. Now he's in the rear again.
It's a brutal twist of fate for him.
So we got the Pepsi number 25. That is the number 25, not the 24 as you see on his paint. He's just not chosen the right number. That is Scott Haynes. He leads for the first time in his PRA career. Green flag is out. Here we go. Let's see what happens this time. Everybody's staying on the outside line. One notable I want to say something about right here is Jake Raven. His girlfriend always watches our live stream. He is now currently in 6th position. Last week he got the pole at Daytona. That's a hard track to get a pole.
It is. I think Jake's girlfriend might be bringing him some extra pace around the track.
Oh, the 8 just went to the inside. I just seen that off the corner of my screen and it caught my attention, so sorry about that.
No, all good. I mean,
Biddle's in the wall. The number 96 was in the wall there. Right now, Scott Haynes is leading the field. All he needed was some fresh air. There's 27 laps to go. Man, that's about a pit strategy. That's right in the pit window.
If he didn't come in. Oof.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got 11 laps on his tires, whereas the others that pitted have 4. So it's not a huge difference, but it is a difference, especially running at the end of this race. But there is a battle right here between Scott Haynes and AJ Brandenburg for the lead. Some new names to talk about.
Yeah, we'll see if they deliver like the Joe Robert Thomas Coonan fight did. It sure looks like they're on their way. Brandenburg is sticking real tight there. He's taking the high line as well.
And you see the second line back there. We're 3 wide going into turn number 1, but now they're 2 wide coming out of turn number 2, and that's David Nannon in 4th. He is of the Sunset Bend Motorsports, the same team that Daniel Blanco's on. And there's the pass for the lead. The number 4 is now the leader. AJ Brandenburg will lead his first career PRA lap. I apologize for the Discord sounds. I thought I had it muted, but yeah, it's coming through my...
Oh, look out. Look out.
Caution.
That might be a big one for those two.
Don Schleem. See what happened. Oh, right as I was talking about him. Oh, Schleeman's. Oh, man.
Boy. Oh,
heavy to the inside wall. Good thing that's not real racing. That would have hurt. Back in the Gen 4 car, that would have been a very painful hit on the inside wall. We're going to watch that again from the cockpit view, just for fun. Right here. He thought he had room. Oh! In real life, that would have been a very hard hit.
I think they could do with extending those tire barriers. He missed one package of them by about 15 feet there.
Yep. And while we have a second, I need to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. You can take it over for a second.
The couple names to call out here: AJ Brandenburg and Haynes. So, there's a lot of faking into the pits here. Brandenburg faked into the pits, and Haynes did go into the pits. So Haynes pits out of second and goes into the pits, Nannon into the pits. Brandenburg now leads behind the pace car. Hendrickson in second, Jake Raven in third as someone barrels by on the outside. Coonan up into sixth now, having pitted on the previous caution. I believe that was for Thomas Kuhn and Matt Bird in ninth. Brandenburg faking into the pits. Number of laps we have left to go. Got to be some confidence that he can run to the end. I think he had about a 7-lap advantage on tires over Haynes before Haynes pitted. At this point, you really have to be looking at Coonan. Sikorsky has pace. Honestly, those top three, we don't know his fuel loads on those with the number of laps that we have left.
I am back.
We had a big fake into the pits from a few cars there. Haynes dove into the pits. Brandenburg was showing that he was going to pit and then pulled back out. Now Brandenburg, you see there, is leading the race.
Well, this is very interesting now. We have Brandenburg leading. We have Hendrickson second. Jake Raven in third. Could Jake Raven get a podium here? But he's got Thomas Coonan in sixth, just a couple positions back. That's going to be an interesting end to this race. I apologize for having to step away for a second there.
My focus turns increasingly to my driver in the race, who's now up in 12th.
Hey, he
having clawed back from right around 20th there several laps ago. See what pit strategy he's on, but still.
Man, last week he had a good finish. I mean, better than where he started, that's for sure. Stayed out of all the incidents. Can he do it again? There's Rodney.
Come on, buddy. Wreck your way into that top. Let's see it, huh?
Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. for the 8th time, 8th restart of this race. Green flag. We have quite a few cars missing from the field now. You can see that it's thinned out. Still a lot of cars, man. Last season we had 15 as our top number ever all season long. This season's already turning out even better than last season. Last season was great. Yes, Jacob Schneider owned the entire season, but man, it was a great season. Right now we see AJ and Brandenburg leading his first laps of PRA history, and he's pulling away from Jerry Hendrickson. And we got a battle brewing right here with Thomas Coonan, the guy who's led most of the laps today. There he is. Riding on board with him now. Now Thomas Coonan and Jake Raven, they've raced together quite a bit here at PRA. They know each other very well. This is going to be the race to see. Thomas Coonan coming back. A caution has hit the race. We will see who it was. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see if this is it. We've had an incident back here with Cody Johnson, Corey Lockey, and Nick Parrott. So let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. There's where the caution happened. All right, so it was the 78 that got turned, wasn't it? We're going to watch this from this perspective in slow motion. 83 and the 78. 83's moving up. Yeah. 78 did not move into that. It was all 83 on that one, unfortunately. 8th caution of the night.
That's a big pop for the 13, too.
Yeah. And I'm sure Cody's not happy with that. He's had some bad luck in this race. He had bad luck in the last race, too. Cody Johnson is the head of PRA. Kind of not the guy you want to mess with, right? The head of PRA.
I mean, I'd give him a little bit of extra racing room if I was driving around him, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get back to live broadcasting. AJ Brandenburg. I think his best option is just to stay out no matter what, right?
At this point, yeah. Yes. I mean, I think given Coonan's restart, he jumped from 6th to 3rd at that restart. I think that car has a lot of pace. But Brandenburg has something to hold on to at this point, and I think that's just the way that you have to roll the dice.
Yeah. Well, this is a good points day for Thomas Coonan. He is the points leader. Daniel Blanco was 2nd in the points coming into tonight's race. And, well, he's had a pretty bad ending to this race. That's going to drop him down. But guess what? AJ Brandenburg is 3rd in points. If he can hold off Thomas Coonan and get the win here somehow, that would put him solidly in 2nd place. What I'm really curious about is how did Thomas get up through the field so much faster than Bird, Lacey, and Frost, who all pitted at the same time?
I really don't know. I mean, it's just been an absolute stormer for Coonan all day today. Executing every phase is so important. And that is true when he was battling Joe Robert. It's true when you're executing, pit, tire, fuel strategy, and on the restarts. And when you put all those packages together, you get what Thomas Coonan gets, which is a real shot at the win here, in third, as we come to what may well be the final restart of the day.
Yeah, and if he gets this win here, that's going to really give him some crazy momentum for the whole season. Already the points leader won the season opener at Daytona, and now here we are at Auto Club Speedway, and Thomas is looking to maybe win 2 in a row. But we could see an upset. I know Hendrickson makes that car very wide. He's like Ryan Newman. No offense to him. I like the guy. He's a good guy. He's a good racer. There's nothing wrong with making your car wide. It just doesn't give you any friends on the track.
No. But ultimately, racing, is it about the friends? It's not. It's not about the friends.
Not even your teammates. Especially in NASCAR.
That's right.
Maybe in sports car racing, teammates matter a whole lot, but in NASCAR, it's like every man for himself. Green flag. 15 laps to go here at Fontana. Make that 14. AJ Brandenburg is trying to get that head of steam, get a huge lead here to start with, because Coonan, if he can get around Hendrickson here, he's coming. Brandenburg is going to want Hendrickson to make that car wide. But it's not going to work. Yeah. Coonan just stuck it to the bottom, man. He is coming. 13 laps to go this time by. Caution! They're crashing on the front stretch. I thought I saw Landon Lacey. Yep, Landon Lacey. His first race of the season. What happened here? Let's rewind it because that is already taking place. Ah, okay. Here we go. Middle's on the outside. Oh, he comes down. He didn't hit the wall. Wow. And they're spinning out in front of everybody, and oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Wow! He disappeared right when it mattered. Let's see that from his perspective here. Oh, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna die.
Oh. Can you take that? Can you take that on board the 29?
Yeah, let's see here. Let's go to the 29. That'd be Rodney, right?
Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a treat of an onboard.
And so let's go to the cockpit view of Rodney Roberts, and let's hit play. Oh, he does get contact. It's damaged. He got a 4X from it too. You can't even see the damage. But he does have a fast repair, I do believe. And I think he hasn't used it. Maybe he didn't.
A little bit of body crumple there.
Yeah, I don't know. He was the only one that made contact with Landon. I think Landon. Yeah, he's out. He just left the race.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate for Landon Lacey. He makes his season debut and was looking pretty good, but had a couple of bad incidents that took him out.
It's too bad, but we gotta. I mean, if you're, what's going through your mind if you're AJ Brandenburg? You know that there's pace in Koonen's car right behind you. You know he's been devastating on restarts.
Yes, sir. And now he's right behind AJ Brandenburg.
Yep.
This is not what Brandenburg wanted to see. The 9th caution of the night. We've got 105 of 115. We'll have about 9 laps to go when they go green. We've had 9 cautions for 27 laps. 4 lead changes. And that doesn't count the amount of times that Robert and Koonen passed each other on the track before they crossed the finish line. $115 laps will be this race. And we should be going 1 to green. Yeah, 1 to green. The lights are off the pace car. What are your thoughts going into the final 9 laps of this race, Daniel?
I mean, whoever wins it is going to get, I think, some sort of an award for ability to keep a level head. You know, you have 9 cautions in a race. That's so many times that you have to nail your restart, or at the very least survive a restart, which has been a handful. It's just execution now. You come to the final lap here, this is just execution, and hoping for every bit of adhesion that you have from your tires, especially if you're AJ Brandenburg. It feels like almost inevitable that Koonen is going to make this pass. It's going to be intense. It's going to be a hell of a run to the checkered here.
Yeah, Brandenburg's got to think of his points standings here, because he's going to be second in the points. And if he roughs up Thomas Koonen and crashes himself in the process, he's going to lose a lot of points. So you race for the win, but you also race for points. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Here we go. For the 10th time of this race, and maybe not the last. Green flag, and there's a crash right off the bat. No. It was Jerry Hendrickson, and they are crashing hard. Joe Robert crashed. Jerry Hendrickson crashed. Let's look at it back. Get a different camera angle than that. Here we go.
Yeah, there was just a little check there.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
Lord.
Blanco even got involved. That car got destroyed. I'm not laughing at them. I'm just I kind of like chaos. You'll learn that from me. Oh man. Let's look at that again. Let's see what happened to Joe Robert. It's just a stack up. Oh my gosh. Matthew Bird got destroyed. He's also one of the cars that's high up in points. Riley Frost again got destroyed. Let's watch it from Riley Frost's perspective. Oh, he's just He's done. He's just done.
That's the sign off right there.
Here it is. Oh man, that's not it. Let's rewind. Yep, that's not it. Let's get a better view than that. We have to rewind it back to here. And then look at Riley Frost. Here we go. So Riley's going. He's got the 25. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I just shredded there.
Oh my gosh! Oh man. Let's do that again because I want to see this view right here of Matthew Bird up under this car. Where is Riley Frost? Riley Frost is right here. Here we go. Watch this.
Wow.
Wow, man. Chaos.
Another hit against Bird right there. My good God.
Yeah. Man, this race has turned into calamity here at the end. I'm sure there's going to be some heated. And then there's, yeah, Riley's, his car is probably not driving right anymore after that. Doing some burnouts. Yeah, his car is not driving right after that.
Yeah.
All right, well, there was a lot to unpack in that. Jerry Hendrickson got involved. Joe Robert was involved. Robert got back up to 8th position, which he has still scored at 8th position, but he killed the inside wall, and he doesn't have a fast repair. He's already had to use it from earlier. You hate to see that, man. This has been a good race so far.
Man, it's too bad. It's too bad that you get that 10th caution in those circumstances. But, I mean, what do we have? We got one more to green here?
Yep, one more to green.
The lights are on? Yeah.
Yep.
And still, I mean, you have Brandenburg in front of Coonan. Here, I think it's inevitable. I don't think it's going to take a full lap for Coonan to get by Brandenburg. But as you said, Brandenburg needs to think a little bit more long term here. It's not necessarily about the win today. You've done all the work, put yourself in the right position. You're there now. You can take home a very nice haul of points. Let that be the focus, and come back around for round 3.
There are some damaged cars still on the track there. In 4th position, look at that. That car is destroyed. The number 88 of Ted Newman is destroyed. But he is the one that got up underneath Jerry Hendrickson on that restart. So we'll see. We'll see what happens because I think he had a warning last time. I spoke about all the warnings before the race. And yeah, Ted Newman had restart infractions from last week. So he might have a continued EOL for next week or maybe even a worse punishment. We'll see because the stewards usually look over the whole race afterward and they discuss everything. I promise you they discuss everything after the race. And we're getting ready green flag racing again. Let's hope that they can stay green this time. There are some destroyed cars all the way up through there. Look at those cars. They're all crinkled up. Riley Frost is crinkled up. Matthew Bird is still there. Did he get a fast repair?
He had to have from the...
They're into the outside wall back there. We're watching this race for the lead right here because this is it. 5 laps to go. A.J. Brandenburg and Thomas Coonan. A.J. Brandenburg wants another caution. He wants this race to finish under caution because I assure you, in 4 more laps, Thomas Coonan is going to catch him. What do you do in Brandenburg position here?
I think you do what he's doing, which is you try to scamper off down the road.
Coonan is right there.
I mean, he's doing a great job of just driving this thing as well as he can.
Coonan is trying to draft off of him. He gains on him a whole lot coming into turn number 4 there. And he's going to have a huge draft on his bumper right here. Zakarski's losing time to them. These two cars are side by side. Here we go onto the back stretch. Thomas Coonan is making the pass on AJ Brandenburg, and there's a caution.
Oh, caution.
When did it happen? Was Coonan in front? He was. And we're going to see what took place. Maybe. There we go.
Oh, no. That was the sight I've been desperate to avoid all night.
Oh, no. Here we go. Slow motion. Oh, man. Yeah, J.D. Biddle, Rodney Roberts, and Garrick Hubbard were involved. The 95 gets up into Rodney Roberts. And Biddle's just nowhere. There's nowhere for him to go. Yep. He's just, there was nothing he could do there. Oh, man. All right, let's watch this back from full speed. Yeah, I'm sure Rodney's not happy about that one.
Biddle did it. You have to call out Biddle for doing an excellent job on that one. I mean, that was a rush at most that he managed to, to turn in what could have been really hard contact here from the 96.
Yeah.
Instead, just a little tail brush.
So here's this is Garrick Hubbard in the 95. He just washes up the track. Oh. Hendrickson almost got involved. Yep. That is unfortunate for Rodney Roberts. He was in the wrong place at the right time. And, man, that's what I'm saying. He has had bad luck like that. 11th caution of this race, and now Rodney, will he have a fast repair? Does he have a fast repair? He has not used one.
Yeah, I think he will have one here.
Yeah, he has not used one. So, right now would be a good time to do that, maybe. Just get 4 fresh tires. He has entered pit road. Let's watch Rodney on pit road. He will probably do his fast repair, and he has. He has taken his fast repair. So, Rodney Roberts has taken a fast repair, and I'm sure he got 4 fresh tires. Let's see if he can get back up in the top 20 where he was. 11th caution of the race. Well, now what? Brandenburg just lost the lead, and Coonan's going to be off to the races.
And I think Brandenburg's hope here is that Coonan gets a little bit throttle happy and a little bit of wheel spin as we get back under green. What do we have for racing laps here?
Let's see. We have 3 laps remaining, so it's going to be a green-white checker, basically.
All right.
I think it is a green-white checker, and we have 1 attempt. We have 1 attempt at a green-white checker. So the next flag, if I'm correct, will finish the race, and that's what happened last week. Thomas Coonan got the lead. Caution came out, which Coonan led most of last week, but this time he passed him, passed Brandenburg right at the right time. And I did get it confirmed. It is a green-white checker. Green-white checker. This is the only attempt. They only get 1 chance. And the lights are off on the pace car. So, this is it. Whatever happens next, if there's another crash, that is it. Thomas Coonan will win this race.
Breathe deep, everyone.
That's what I'm doing.
Deep.
I'm breathing deep right now. It makes me nervous at this point of the race. Even when I watch real NASCAR in real life, I get nervous and my hands start shaking. I'm like, man, something bad's about to happen.
I would think by the age I'm at now, I'm the old 33. I would think I'd be over the anxiety with watching motorsport, but it's as bad as ever. Here we go.
And I'm the old 39, so I got you beat. Green flag, here we go. The last time of the night, confirmed. Do they all stay? Do they all play nice? AJ Brandenburg has to do something to pass Coonan, but I don't think he's got anything for him. That pass was at the right time. Coonan is the leader going on to the backstretch, going to turn number 3. Thomas Coonan going to lead him. Coming to the white flag. Will they make it? If they make it to the checker, if they make it across the line, then this is going to be a full race. Here we go. White flag, here we go. We got the full race in. Thomas Coonan now has a half a second lead over AJ Brandenburg, and Ted Granger is in third. Just made the pass over Nicholas Sikorsky. There's cars everywhere on the backstretch. There's cars into the wall. There's oh man, there's some incidents going on back here. There they are. They're crashing. Big crash. Big crash. 4 cars involved. I saw another car. Thomas Coonan wins. A lot going on. Going across the line. Holy cow. Unofficial results. Thomas Coonan wins this race. AJ Brandenburg finishes second. Tad Granger in third. Nicholas Sikorsky's fourth. William Bowman fifth. Scott Haynes 6th, Kevin Boley 7th, Jake Raven 8th, David Nana 9th, Jerry Hendrickson 10th, Cody Johnson in 11th, JD Biddle 12th, Matthew Bird 13th, Rodney Roberts 14th. He still got a good finish for your team, Daniel.
Oh yeah.
And 15th, Garrick Hubbard, 16th, Nick Parrott, 17th, Joe Robert, 18th, Mark Radowski, 19th, Daniel Blanco. That's unfortunate for him for such a good car he had. 20th, Ted Newman. 21st, Shannon Milliken. 22nd, Dylan Davis. 23rd, Corey Lockey. 24th, Riley Frost. And Thomas Coonan's going to burn him down, so let's watch. We're going to crank it up. That's pretty awesome.
It's fantastic and well deserved. I mean, an unbelievable drive from Coonan all day today. The battles with Joe Robert. I mean, he was really faultless today.
He really was. I mean, he made the right call by taking the tires when he did. Only 4 or 5 cars pitted at that time. I mean, that was pretty awesome. That was a good decision. Yeah, I didn't think it would have worked out, but man, he came back through the field fast.
Really did. He made it count in those restarts. I mean, he just nailed it time after time. And especially the one that sticks out in my mind isn't when he was behind Brandenburg. It's the one where he was in 6th. He had 5 positions in front of him to go hunt for, and he made up 3 very shortly after the restart. And that really built the foundation for him to chase down AJ Brandenburg, sit behind him on those cautions, and then made it count in that final stint.
Yes, sir. I'm getting our drivers for a interview. Man, what are your thoughts on that race, man? That was amazing.
I think that was a great race. That was a saga told in 13 parts. I could have done, maybe with one or two fewer segments of that particular saga, but it's an epic that played out for a couple hours here on a Monday night. I think the drivers should be, especially Thomas Kunin, AJ Brandenburg, everyone who finished up there in the top 10. A lot of guys who were driving really well, driving really good races. Daniel Blanco's among them, and things broke against them. But I think you need these sorts of races. I'm not totally surprised either by the number of cautions, given the nature of this racetrack, the number of different lines that you see. They were always going to be coming together. That's to be expected. Just a fun race all around. Fun race.
Yes, sir. And I'm currently trying to rewind. And I'm going to get Tad Granger in here. He is in the channel. I got to pull him in here real quick. Granger, he was quiet all night, but then near the end, pulled it out, got to third.
Yeah, he was flying under the radar, very much so. And then, a pop-up podium. Not a bad way to go about your work.
Not at all. Let's see here. Trying to get him in here. Sorry. Hard to do that and talk at the same time. I apologize. And there we go. Tad Granger with a third place here at Auto Club Speedway. How does it feel to get a third place after that caution fest?
You know what? We had a pretty good race car, but it's unfortunate. They have big pileups there at the end that put us in position to get third, but we'll take it. We had a rough Daytona, and yeah, it means a lot.
Dad, how do you stay focused with the number of cautions out there today? There are the wrecks that can be advantageous for you, but nailing restarts one after the other to put yourself in position to get a result like that, what is going through your mind as you're thinking about getting that car back racing?
Yeah, it's always been like a nervous thing for me is remembering to hit your marks, especially if you have caution and caution. But no, just not letting it get to you. Just, like I said, hit your marks and don't put yourself in a bad position.
Well, you definitely put yourself in a good position at the end of this race, getting third place. You had to battle with Nicholas. I can't think of it. Siskursky. Sorry. You battled him there at the end. Y'all kept it pretty clean.
Yeah, no, it was great racing with him. I didn't think I was gonna have enough for him, especially passing him on the bottom. The outside line was really good here, but yeah, it stuck, which I was really shocked. I don't know if he pitted there at the same time I did, so I might have had a little fresher tires on it, but no, kept it clean, and it was a good race. I kind of wish we had a couple more laps to try to chase them down, but overall, I'll take it. Third place, I love it.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you. You got any shout-outs you want to make before we move on, buddy?
I'm just happy these guys put it on. Kurt Finder, all these guys, PRA. It's awesome to be able to come over here, race with a great group of guys. Huge shout-out to Sunset Bend Motorsports and Derek for bringing me back after 10 years of hiatus. And this is my first few months back on iRacing, so it's good to get finishes like this to bring it all back together. So shout out to them, and like I said, you guys for taking the time to do this. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. All right.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too. All right. Well, Daniel, I'll let you take the first one on this one. We'll get AJ Brandenburg in here. I'll let you take the lead on this one.
All right, sounds good.
If Discord will let me move him in here. There we go.
AJ, welcome in. I mean, that's a great result for you points wise. It always seemed like, based on how the pit strategies were playing out, that it was going to be a handful to keep Thomas Coonan behind you. But you did an incredible job in the closing stages of the race. Just talk us through a little bit about what your approach was to maybe that last third of the race where you pop up in first to lead the race.
Yeah, I figured if we would have stayed green, I think we'd have been okay. But I seen the guys behind me pit, and they were so far back that I don't think they was ever going to get through the field and get back up here. So I think we would have been fine. I didn't want to lose all the track position and go to the back. So we got really good restarts, and we pulled them. I think on 2 restarts, we got a pretty good jump. So I think had things played out different, I think it would have ended a lot differently, but oh well. Second sucks.
That's 2 second places in a row for you, though, AJ. That's a good points day.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll worry about points later on in the season. I'd rather have a win.
I understand that. Well, you got anybody you want to make any shout-outs to?
No. I mean, congrats to Thomas. It's 2 in a row, I think. He's somebody's gonna have to do something, but hopefully next week.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you for racing with us here at PRA, and good luck next week at Phoenix.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, Daniel, we're going to pull in the race winner here in just a moment. Before we do, your final thoughts on AJ's second place there.
But I get where he's coming from. Number one, to be that close, I think if it does stay green flag, I think he's probably right. The race ends differently for him. I think right now he wants that win, but time to be thinking about points. He's going to look back on this as being a very good day for him and his chances this season. So that's the long-term view, I think.
That would be my view, is the long-term view, because yes, I know wins are great, but championships last longer.
That's right.
And with that being said, here is your championship leader, 2 in a row. Thomas Coonan at Auto Club Speedway takes the victory once again. Buddy, you did it in a pretty spectacular fashion this time. Give us your thoughts on that race.
It was I had my strategy for the most part of that race ironed out. It wasn't until like the last 40 laps there that strategy got really important, and I had to call the pit when I needed to, when it's like get the best benefit of it. I'm glad I decided to pit after 4 lap old tires, but I think it ended up helping me have a little bit more grip at the end and make passes when I needed to. But for the most part, man, it was just hard kind of making the call. I knew when Landon and Matt went down, I was like, I gotta go with them, because if I don't, there's going to be an off chance where they're going to out strategy me or something like that. So I made the call to come down, because I knew they were fast drivers just like me. So it's like it was either damn if I do, damn if I don't. So I went with going down pit road, and it seemed to end up working out for me. So
Thomas, you were impeccable in just about every phase of your driving today. The one that stands out most for me are the restarts, especially as we came down to the final third of the race where things were getting really punchy. There's one in particular for me where you were sitting around 6th, and it was a very short restart before the next caution flew, but when it did, you were up in 3rd, and to me that set the foundation for you to make that final assault on the top, get behind AJ, and then go on to win the race. Just take us through, having raced the race that you did, the battles with Joe Robert through that entire first half of the race. What did it feel like as you were in the cockpit trying to nail those restarts in the final stages and give yourself the chance to go 2 for 2 here?
I mean, it came down, like, there's a lot of fast guys out on that track, and I'm sure I feel like I'm kind of lucky going back to back, week after week. But at some point, someone's gonna beat me. But it came down to just crossing my T's, dotting my I's, because I felt like a lot of people were going up high, and it just didn't work. I learned in practice, if you ran the top, your tires significantly lose grip unless you do it you can only do it like 2 to 3 laps. You kind of extend it beyond that and don't go back to the bottom and recool off the tires. They're going to lose all that grip. At the end there, I think I was kind of fortunate for a lot of those guys to be going up high, and I just was trying to focusing on. I know that they have the optimal line for defense, but I was just focused on keeping the tires cool and not over extending the car. Seemed to me that it worked out, and I came home with a win. So there's that, and definitely it was just keeping calm and keeping the tires cool for this race.
Well, Thomas, that's 2 in a row. So that's very good for your championship hopes. But AJ Brandenburg has gotten second place both times, so he's not too far behind you. What do you do going into Phoenix next week?
Nothing, because I won't be here. I'll be out of town working in Arkansas, so there's not much I can do about that. But I'm sure I'll have some work to do when I come back after 2 weeks. So hopefully I don't lose too much points, and my LPP helps me out a little bit. But I'm gonna have some work cut out for me when I come back.
Yeah, make sure that you post the LPP so it doesn't get missed.
Absolutely.
And Daniel, I'll let you get the final word with Thomas.
Main thing for me, Thomas, is just unbelievable drive from you. I mentioned it before, every phase of the race. You were fantastic. I mean, that was a great example of racing tonight. And, to go 2 for 2 is something special, too. So I hope you are taking a lot of momentum from this as you head into the next phase of the season here.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Any last words, sponsorships, Thomas, and we'll let you go.
I would like to thank all my sponsors, True Grit Coatings. They make some fantastic floor epoxies for your garages and stuff down in Florida. I would like to thank my designer sponsors, THD Designs and Revelin Workshop. The two of them put together some great schemes that you saw. The fire scheme tonight will be my primary scheme. I'd like to thank everyone at PRA, as they put some heavy work in trying to make a lot of this happen, and Gridfinder, of course, who sponsors the series, as they do also put some heavily amount of resources in making sure this works. And I also want to shout out you guys for broadcasting every week, because it's not easy to do that, and I would like to thank my friends and family at home for watching and supporting me.
We thank you for racing with us, Thomas, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that being said, Daniel, we got a few things to look at before the end of this broadcast, because there was some crazy action on the last couple of laps there. So we're going to look that back. I'm going to go back to the white flag here. And we're going to look at some crazy stuff that took place. I don't exactly know where, so we're going to watch it back. Right there was one. The 78 got spun. So let's see, the 78. Corey Lockey. There we go. Let's rewind that. So this was kind of the start of the calamity at the end. Did you get to see any of it?
I didn't, but that's a insane save.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sad I didn't see that in real time. That's wild.
And I know that Shannon Milliken got involved in an incident, so let's look at this. Let's see what happened here. Like, oh man, Daniel Blanco is going nuts right there. They're 4 wide. They were 4 wide.
There it is.
Oh my gosh. They were 4 wide going into turn number 3. Wow.
That is the last lap carnage that we deserve as racing fan.
And I know there was more. I saw some cars flying across my screen at the end of the race. Let's go here. And I don't know exactly who, but I'm gonna say there was something back here, maybe. At least we might see it from back here. There was one spinning off the track. Blanco's involved in this big incident here. Coming around the... He had some speed, dude. Look at him.
Really did. I mean, this is... Yeah, you can just see it brewing.
Oh, man.
Up in there, dives down. Here comes absolute disaster.
Yeah. Shannon Milliken. Oh, my gosh. Blanco got killed.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. That was crazy. And I've seen some other cars flying, so we're going to watch this to the end. I know there was another incident somewhere. I think I see it brewing right there. Maybe. So I'm going to go back to the white flag again, because there was more than just that. I saw a car fly through the air somewhere. I know I did. But I mean, you're coming to the you just had 12 cautions this race. You had what, 4 in the last 10 laps?
We might as well just send it all right here, which is kind of the approach that many people took.
Yeah, they did. Dannon was blinking right here in 21. I know I saw a car fly across the screen. I know I did. And that's what I want to really... Oh, there was some contact made there. Dannon goes way to the outside. I don't know. I guess what I saw was these cars. Look at them all. Oh, there's parts flying off of Dylan's car. Oh my gosh. Dylan's tire flew off. The LimeWire 22. Oh my gosh.
The marshals would be here cleaning up until midnight.
Yeah. These cars were demolished. Wow. Unfortunately, there's Rodney.
He somehow missed that mega epic crash.
Yeah.
On the last lap.
Yeah.
I think it bought him 4 or 5 positions.
I'm going to watch that one more time because that was just huge. Watch it from a different angle here. And then we'll watch it one more time from Shannon's perspective because he gets sent to the outside wall. Right here. He goes 4 wide. The 88 just takes it right through the middle of all of them. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it was. Did you see that? There was a car went.
I did, yeah.
There was a car that went flying. Where was it? Come on, man. I seen it. Let me rewind that. Let me go back. Let's see. There was a car that went flying by. Right there. It was the 16. Okay, that's what I saw. So I'm gonna see. Let's watch it from his perspective because he gets to see the entire crash unfold.
He just planted his foot right through the middle of it.
Oh, come on. There we go. There, good view right here. That's what I saw live. He hits the tire. Oh, man. Well, that was crazy. That was a crazy end to that race. Thomas Coonan wins. And one final time, we'll show the checkered flag. Thomas Coonan taking the checkered flag 2 weeks in a row. Daniel, what are your thoughts on tonight's race? Thank you for joining me in the booth. You asked me the other day if I wanted you in here, and I said absolutely, yeah, I want you here. I like having help, so I appreciate you being with me. Give me your final thoughts, and we'll call off this broadcast.
Yeah, happy to hop in, and I don't know. It was a race. I mean, I said it before. It was a saga that played out in 13 parts tonight, and I think my biggest takeaway is that next Monday can't get here soon enough.
Yes, sir. And before you joined us on the broadcast, we did say our condolences to Randy Poling. Thank you. My mind went completely blank. Randy Poling and his family. We appreciated him joining PRA. We're putting that up on the screen now. This Randy Poling in the 28 DeWalt car. We had many cars there tonight that represented him, and he could have been here tonight with us, and that would have been awesome. But he's no longer with us as of last Tuesday, and our condolences go to his family. Daniel, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, just obviously huge condolences to the family. A loss like that is awful, and he was a very well-liked member of the community as well. It's devastating. Getting that news was devastating. That's always difficult because it does become such a tightly knit community, and Randy was a member of it. So all the love and condolences in the world to Randy's family, and wish them the best as they try to heal.
Yes, sir. And again, thank you for joining me tonight in the booth, Daniel. You got Vision Corsa IndyCar Series tomorrow, which is your sponsorship series. Say a little word about that before we go off.
I would just encourage people to hop in and watch. I'm a big lover of open wheel racing. That's why my nonprofit is sponsoring that series. It's always a good time. So do check it out. It should be an interesting one tomorrow, and yeah, happy to see you there.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you and all the things you've done for us with Vision Corsa and IndyCar Series and PRA as a whole. And so thank you again for joining me with in the booth tonight for tonight's Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series, Season 2, Race 2 at Auto Club Speedway. Thomas Coonan takes the checkered flag for win number 2, race number 2. Do we have another one that's going to be undefeated, which I know he's not going to be here next week and the week after. But, yeah, so we thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next week at Phoenix. There will be a couple weeks from now that I will not be here. And hopefully we'll have a backup broadcaster for that. If not, I'll see you then. But next week I will be here. And so we'll be at Phoenix. So see you guys next week.